we're going to get into the rear pinion seal repair on this bus today. If you remember, it came in, it had almost all of its gear oil leaked out of it. Okay, so yeah, that's less than 2 quarts. Call that 1.5 quarts. Yeah, so that's all we got out of there. About 1.5 quarts. And it's supposed to be 5 gallons of gear oil in there. It's that whole bucket compared to just that little bit out of the top. That is not good for the rear end. Let's check the backlash here on this rear end. We can see it's been leaking from that pinion seal. That's not a ton, considering how nasty that situation is going to be inside there. Because it's like instantly when you move it back and forth, right? Mm-hmm. Go the slightest amount until you hear it.
There, right
yep.
There, right there.
Okay.
But there's when I feel it. I don't hear it, but I feel it.
Yeah. Well, let's get that.
Little to none.
Okay, so this seal, the rubber is just turned to a brittle, real brittle material. And we tore it up a little bit, but we didn't break this apart. It's junk. Doesn't surprise me though, with having only 1.5 quarts of gear oil doing the job of 5 gallons of gear oil, that it would have got really hot. But I think this is what caused everything to start, was that this went bad. So here's our first box of parts here. So we got the new Stemco cap that's gonna go there. This is the metal sleeve ring that's gonna go on the pinion to seal the surface there where it's got all that wear. And that is the pinion seal there, and then we got 2 wheel seals. And then we got some new bower bearings here. So bearings and races, these are gonna go on the tag axle that was bad. And made in USA. And then we ordered a new one of these because that was kind of janky. We had to replace a few wheel studs. Always get new hardware with the studs. So that's quite an expensive little box. Before we install the sleeve on here, we've taken a piece of emery cloth and just cleaned up and made sure there's no burrs or anything on there. Sometimes you gotta get a file if there's a big burr or anything, but we're just cleaning up the surface for that sleeve to go over. So the sleeve comes with an installer. This will go on there. It'll get pounded on. This goes on like that, and then you can hit it with a hammer. And then when it's done, that little outer lip that this grabs will peel off with a pair of pliers. So that's how that goes on there. You can see those big grooves that are worn in there. That's where the seal rides, so oil is going to be able to get past that. That's why we have to put a sleeve on it, or it'll continue to leak with a new seal. Just too much wear there. Okay, I'll put it in the parts washer for a minute before we get ready to assemble it. That way everything's clean when it goes back together. It looks really good. Again, you can still see those big groove marks in there. Okay, let's check the progress of it. You can take this little cap off, so we're getting close. Go with that. Now we got a good, nice seal surface there. Okay, so he's gonna get everything cleaned up around there for the new seal to go in. He's using some brake clean and some rags. Get all the oil off of it and any gook in there. Clean that outside lip part too so nothing goes in. Yeah. We're going to put a little bit of Permatex around the outside perimeter of that, just to make sure it seals. You don't want to have to get in here and do this twice. Okay, we got the new seal installed there. That took a minute. Okay, go ahead and slide that on. And that's right. There you go. It's got a big washer and a nut that goes in there. You apply it to hold the yoke. We're going to put a clean drain pan under there and flush some diesel through the rear end to clean it out before we put the new fluid in there. Let's see what comes out. We're going to try and push as much old grease out of these U-joints as we can, and then we'll clean them up real good. Okay, I've seen the new grease coming. Here's what we flushed out of there. Not too much. There's some chunks of like baked on oil and stuff, but I don't see anything that came out with the flush, so that's good. So we did get those 4 bad wheel studs replaced. They were stripped out. There's 4 new ones on there. It's going to be getting all new brake linings on here. So we got the old linings off, and we're going to get a new brake drum for it as well. The brake drum was cracked. There's a gap. Let's stick a screwdriver in it. Yeah, that is I wouldn't want that on my front brakes, but it stands to reason that they're like that because the rear brakes are completely out of adjustment. So the front brakes are doing a lot more of the braking than they should be. There's a lot more heat up here. We should have another video on this bus on Tuesday. That's when we're going to be using the liquid nitrogen to remove that bad spindle.